Happiness is not something you chase. It is something you choose. For years, I believed happiness was just beyond my reach. That if I worked harder, looked better, achieved more, I would finally feel fulfilled. But the truth is, happiness was never in the future. It was always right here, waiting for me to see it. We spend our lives running towards a destination that does not exist. We think that once we get the job, the relationship, the money, we will finally be at peace. But I have seen people who have everything and still feel empty. And I have met people who have nothing and radiate pure joy. The greatest lie we have been told is that happiness comes from outside of us. That it is earned, achieved, or given to us by someone else. But happiness is not a reward. It is a decision. When I was younger, I thought success would make me happy. I believed that being recognized, admired, and validated would fill the emptiness inside. So I worked harder than anyone around me. I sacrificed sleep, friendships, and even my health, chasing a version of myself that I thought would finally be enough. But no matter how much I achieved, the feeling of not enough never left. And then one day it hit me. I was sitting in my car after reaching a goal I had been working towards for years. It was supposed to be one of the happiest moments of my life. But as I sat there alone, staring at my reflection in the mirror, I realized something devastating. I didn't feel any different. I was still the same person. The same insecurities. The same self-doubt. The same fear that I wasn't worthy. And that was the moment I understood. If I am not happy now, I never will be. Because happiness is not found at the top of the mountain. It is in the climb. It is in the moments we ignore because we are too busy chasing the next thing. I spent years believing that if I could just be more successful, more attractive, more impressive, then I would finally feel whole. But the truth is, the only thing I ever needed to be was myself. Think about how much time we waste trying to be something we are not. We shape our lives around the opinions of others, trying to fit into an image that society has created for us. We measure our worth by how much money we have, how many followers we gain, how many people approve of us. But in the end, none of it matters. I have sat at the bedside of people in their final days. And do you know what they regret the most? Not living. Not loving. Not being present for the life they were given. No one lies on their deathbed wishing they had worked more. No one wishes they had bought more expensive things or won more awards. They wish they had spent more time with the people they love. They wish they had taken more risks. They wish they had cared less about what others thought and lived life on their own terms. And that is when I learned the most valuable lesson of all. Life is not measured by what you achieve. It is measured by how you feel, by how you love, by how deeply you experience the moments you have. So let me tell you the truth that took me 30 years to understand. You do not have to wait to be happy. You do not have to wait for permission. You do not have to wait until you are successful enough, beautiful enough, or good enough, because you are already enough. Everything you have been searching for, peace, joy, fulfillment, it has been inside you this whole time. But you were too busy looking for it in the world to see it in yourself. Do you know what real success is? It is waking up in the morning and feeling at peace. It is looking in the mirror and smiling not because you are perfect but because you are you. It is being able to sit in silence without distractions and feel content with your own company. It is the freedom to be yourself. To live without fear of judgment. To stop chasing and start being. Happiness is not something you find. It is something you create. And you create it in the smallest moments. In the laughter shared with a friend. In the warmth of the sun on your skin. In the quiet mornings when the world is still asleep. In the gratitude you feel for simply existing. The life you are waiting for is happening right now. But so many of us are missing it because we are too busy waiting for one day. One day when we are successful. One day when we are loved. One day when we finally feel worthy. But let me ask you something. What if one day never comes? What if you wake up at the end of your life and realize you spent the whole thing waiting? You have a choice. You can keep chasing, keep running, keep believing the lie that happiness is somewhere in the future. Or you can stop. Right now. You can take a deep breath. Feel the air in your lungs. Notice the miracle of simply being alive. And choose to be happy now. Because happiness is not found in a destination. It is found in the way you live each moment. So what are you waiting for? Stop waiting. Start living. Because this moment, this is your life. And it is happening right now.